Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Mike, and this is For the Record, and welcome to the swamp. Well, I am actually I think I would like to start with is I I posted a question here on YouTube. And if you haven't seen the question, it was kind of a poll question, yes or no answer. Um, I'll see if I can't put the link to it down below in the description. I'm not pointing to my junk. Sorry, ladies. I'll put it's early. I'll put the description, or I'll put the link in the description of in this video for that poll question. The poll question was, um, should I or should I not disclose um, to a friend of mine who is asking where he wants the contact information for that 10 by 20 storage unit that I've had the pleasure of going to a couple times now, and I actually am planning on going back in the next few weeks because the owner is putting a more inventory in there. So my question was, should I disclose that information? He's a dealer. I've dealt with him for many years, and I sell to him all the time, knowing that he resells. Certain things I'll sell to him at a specific price. I'm okay with that. I've sold him record lots, 100, 200, 300, 400 records, at a major discount price. Um, and again, I'm a flipper myself. I get it. But should I disclose the information um, to this storage unit? One person answered, no, I should not. Absolutely do not. And I agree. I trust me. I didn't post that question because I was contemplating on disclosing the information. Um, I just want to see everybody's input on it, and I only had one person respond to no, don't. So if you're interested, if you'd like to, I would just kind of a game, I guess. I was just curious to what everybody thought. And if you're watching this and you want to make a comment down below of what your thoughts on the whole thing. So, but no, I have no intention of disclosing information. I just was curious. Excuse me. It was a fun question to ask, because I I'm not only getting things to flip, I am actually adding a lot of what I'm getting to my own collection. And um these are records, and I'm going to go through a few of them. These are records most of these I've never seen in person, and most of them are incredible shape. And again, some of them I'm selling, which it's what I do. But yeah, I am gonna go through a few. I don't know if I'll go through all of them. We'll see how I feel as I go. I have actually already weeded out a few that this morning as I'm listening to some records. I'm going through, and some will look familiar. I'm pretty sure I have some of these, but there are one or two here that I may have in my collection, but I'll have to double check. But let's go through. We'll go through. This was, I can't think of the band, but they sound really familiar. They're called Starcastle. Never heard of them. That's the label. Um, I was trying to find out what band they sound like. They have a very familiar sound. The band name, the bandmates, the names are familiar, but their sound, I just can't place it. They sound very, very, very familiar to another band, and I just can't think of who it is. I was gonna spend some time to figure it out, but I just wanted to do this video. But I'm gonna figure out who they sound like. So I will say this: the album cover, in my opinion, the cover itself is better than the music. It's not bad music. It's just when I saw this, I was like, it was very intriguing. It's a very interesting cover. I love the name. I love the cats. I love the castle. Um, the clouds, and you know, you got actually castles here. Um, the album cover is better than music. Just my thought, but it's I just cannot place the name. They sound very, very, very familiar. We're going to 10 years after What. Okay, on the Darum label. Now, some of the I'll show. I just want to, because some people are curious of the sleeves I use. I use my outer sleeves are the only sleeves I use are from Big Fudge Vinyl. They're very sturdy, very nice. I think they're 3 or 4 mil. I can't remember. They're not thin. They're thick. The 2 inner sleeves I use, depending on the record, the pressing. If it's it's a standard, whatever. I use the basic from I'm drawing a blank on a name. Invest in Vinyl. Yeah, the only inner sleeves, the plain inner sleeves I use are Invest in Vinyl. All right, they're very nice. They're inexpensive. You can find them on eBay. It's the best price because you get free shipping. Even from the company, they're directly from the company. They're not like secondhand. You can find directly from the company on eBay. If you go to the company, they charge shipping. So just go to eBay. Now, depending on the record, like I said, kind of going off on a tangent, but I just want to make a point to how I sleeve my records. If it's like something like this, like the Darum label, or if it's maybe a like a Ray Charles, like a vintage Ray Charles, I'll use these. Now I'm going to get a lot of flack for this. I did a these are the rice paper sleeves. Okay, they are the best price I found was from this company, Protect You Play, PYP, Protect You Play. They're made in China. I'm okay with that. You can get 100 of these for $24. And I compared these with the more expensive rice paper sleeves. They are literally identical. It's like they just took this and they printed a different name on them. They are literally exactly the same. And they usually you get 50 of these from another company for about that, or maybe even more money. But 100 of the PYPs you can find on eBay, or I think Amazon is the best price. You can get a bag of 100 for 25 bucks. And they're made in China. I'm okay with that. Moving right along. The Guess Who, number 10. This is one album I did not have. Glad to have it in my collection. First Winter. This is Johnny Winter on the Voodoo label. Right. The Who, Meaty, Beady, Big and Bouncy. I actually just found that I had the reissue, but I'm going to I swapped it for this one because this is a gatefold and this is the original pressing on Decca. So I'm getting rid of the reissue. In Procol Harum, I was actually surprised. I know I had this. I might have had it at one point and I probably got rid of it because it was probably scratched, but this is mint all around. Another one I thought I had, and I probably got rid of it because it was damaged. This is still in a shrink. It's Traffic on the Road. The Hollies, Evolution. And this is one that I used the rice paper sleeve right here because of original Epic mint. And I'm still finding records in my collection. I've been pulling records out here and there, and I must have had them for a while because some of what was in my collection have paper sleeves, and I've been periodically pulling the paper sleeves off and putting these or the rice paper. Some of them I've actually put into my cleaning box because they need to clean them. And the Seekers. What's the name of this album? This is the Seekers, Seen in Green. Right? Very good. I've got probably not their entire discography, but there's a lot of their stuff. The Stylistics on Avco. I'm not familiar with that label. Beautiful find. This one is When the Whistle Blows, Anything Goes with the Survivors. And this is, I love this hype sticker. And it's actually in a shrink, so that's actually on a shrink and not the label itself. And Crimson. I haven't listened to this yet, but it looks interesting. I love the hype sticker. And this is Todd Rundgren's Utopia, Another Live. I have a few Todd Rundgrens in here. This one is one that I think I've shown, because these are going into my own collection. I'm not sure if I mentioned it in the beginning, but these are actually going into my own collection. Right, Frank Sinatra. This was a rather interesting and not your normal Frank Sinatra cover. I haven't listened to this one. I'm going to listen to this one today. This one is, it's hard to read because it's embossed. It's called Mark Almond. It's embossed. Mark Almond. Is that the Almond Brothers? No. And it is on Blue Thumb. Another Almond 2 on Blue Thumb. And this one is Mason Prophet. Looked interesting. It's on I thought it was Epic. It's actually not. It's Happy Tiger, which is pretty interesting. It's very nice. Last night I had the strangest dream, Mason and Prophet. And they don't look familiar, but I'm pretty sure that's David Crosby. I'm not familiar with the band Mason Prophet. That's how you say it. Pretty sure that's Crosby, right? And it's on Ampex Records, which I'm unfamiliar with. One of his first bands, I guess. This one is the Flock Dinosaur Swamps on a familiar Columbia record label. Interesting. Never heard of them. The Flock Dinosaur Swamps. Interesting. Savoy Brown on Parrot. James Gang. I think this is, yeah. There you go, James Gang. The Youngbloods, Earth Music on the RCA. I'll do one more. Another James Gang. I believe these two are without Joe Walsh. Both of these are not without Joe Walsh. I'm not 100% sure on the other one, but I know this one isn't. But yeah, James Gang. And that's it. This is going to be one of 2 videos. I'm going to do another one and showing what records that are going into my own collection from the storage unit that I picked. So keep an eye open for that video. And as always, be kind to others. Peace.